All right, Mario fans, we're back. We're back with Mario 64 on the 70-star Open. We're on the Nintendo 64. And I'm sorry, we're on the emulator Division S bracket. And I'm the Mr. War, and joining me on comms is Jordan. How are we doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm not doing too well. I'm very excited for this race, especially looking at the time difference between our two runners today. And
something tells me that one of these times is incorrect.
I know. I was trying to play it off slyly there. I was just gonna wait for it to happen.
So we've got the legendary McNeills here
With a
running
42.
with a 4-minute world record.
But on all seriousness, though, let's introduce the runners. We've got Aleph, we've got McNeills. McNeills, we'll start with you. How are you doing? What is your actual PB?
My actual PB is a 54:39, so not world record, yeah.
And are you running with those shades on?
I actually am running with these shades on. I'll be honest with you guys, I do have a bit of a headache right now, and the light's just bugging my eyes. So I'm just gonna keep them on, and it's a good thing it's on par with you guys' cool cat gang theme. So it worked out.
Love to see the rep there. I'm sorry if I've butchered your name. It's Aleph, isn't it? Aleph or Aleph?
I don't mind.
You don't mind. All right. I don't mind. How are you feeling about today's race?
I think I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to say, to be honest.
It's all right. We have situations like that at all. If that's the case, then you guys don't know what to say. Is there any stage you're not looking forward to?
Worms.
Spoken.
Yeah.
Yep. I was about to ask you the same
Worms,
question. Yeah. Spoken like a true SM64 speedrunner.
Yeah,
If that's the case, then. If that's the case, then you guys might as well get yourself readied up, and we'll get the race underway.
Yo.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, no worries. Once you've reset, make sure you deafen up. But yeah, let's get this race underway. Also, as well, thank you so much for Anime Arcade for putting $50 towards the Super Mario Odyssey Any % Pro League prize pool. And not only is there the Odyssey, you have the 70 League as well.
Very nice.
Okay, we're just waiting for the runners to get underway.
So I think I'm conflicted on who I believe is going to win this race. On one hand, we have one runner with a considerably lower PB. On the other hand, we have a runner wearing shades. I think that the shades could provide some edge.
It very much could, yes.
Yeah. Especially for this channel. I mean, it has to do something.
It's me, Mario.
Yep, good luck to both runners.
Good luck.
Runners, make sure you deafen up.
Let's see what happens here. First trick coming up. Of course, we've got Lakitu skip. I would imagine around this time, around these PBs, I would imagine that they would both manage to get Lakitu skip. Not really any huge problems, but time will tell.
Time will tell. We'll see if the glasses give any reflective glare off of the bridge. See if that gets the edge there. There's not much we can really talk about in this stage because, again, we're very early game. We haven't even really started yet. It's just going to be a case to see who gets off the gate quickest.
Starting off, we have one good Lakitu skip. And we have two. That's no problem, just another day. And we're coming into bomb clip. Really, the early game, I feel like it's expected that with these first two tricks, there's usually not going to be any huge meltdowns. I to me, I feel like Womps is definitely that first place that our runners will get to, where there's just this chance of something catastrophic happening to cause a big discrepancy in the lead. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I think I'm in today for close race. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, close race is kind of what we all really are hoping for today. Both opting for Womps 9. Because apparently
Which
that's
is
the
the
only way to
superior
do
route.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Superior route, yeah.
I take it you're not a Womps 9 sort of person.
No, not yet. I'm still a Wompsator. But yeah, it's funny we say about Womps because I've had an idea for New Year's resolutions that I think every Mario 64 speedrunner should have. And that is,
Okay.
no matter how good or bad your run is, you do not reset in Womps. Either way,
Wow,
you have to play out Womps. Once you leave, you can reset it.
So what do you mean? Is that like every time that you play or every single run you just can't reset in Womps?
Every single run, you're banned. A New Year's resolution to ban yourself from resetting in Womps. You mess up on 100
Wow.
coins, you mess up on Cannonless, you're gonna play it out.
No, I think that's a good idea, honestly. Hey, we're going for a texture setup over here on McNeil's side. Ooh, and a full sock folder setup.
Sliding
from
down the
Aleph.
glasses for that setup there. We're neck and neck at the moment. Love to see it.
It's actually interesting, I think, honestly, to see we've got the runner with the higher PB that went for the faster cannonless, and I felt like it would be the opposite. I thought we would see a faster cannonless setup from Aleph. But maybe he's more of a consistency over speed sort of person.
Well, I was about to suggest that as being a possibility. Also, as well, when you're racing against someone that you know has a better PB, you've kind of got to try and pull out all the stops. So I'm not surprised that someone with a slower PB is going to try out the riskier strats.
That is true.
Strats, because they need
I
to
also
build up that
don't
time.
really know what to make of this routing for 100s. Because I don't know if you noticed, he walked straight off of the edge there, off of the platform, instead of doing like the double jump and the dive to get up to where, you know, he has to go onto the rotating platform. I don't know if you saw that.
I'm guessing because of the way that the cycles are, because again didn't get the first 10 coins on the ramps, and because of cycles, doing it that way would mean that you're not missing anything.
Yeah, I guess that would be it. That's interesting. I've never seen anybody do that before. Not on purpose, at least. But that looked very much intentional from McNeil's.
Yeah, I think it's not something you commonly see, but it's not something that's completely out of the ordinary. Apparently, McNeil's is not only a powerful 70-star runner, but also one of the top randomizer players. He'll be in the loser bracket semi-finals for the randomizer tournament on Tuesday. So, no matter what happens, this won't be the last we'll see of McNeil's today. Win or lose.
Well, that of course just begs the question to me, wondering if there's something that goes wrong with McNeil's, will we see any creative backups? Because it feels like with randomizer, you get so many different types of movement and game mechanics that you otherwise would not know about. You know, I wonder if we might see any of that slip into McNeil's play style that we don't see from, you know, the runners who are less versed in randomizer.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Obviously, the big difference with randomizer is, you know, everything's randomized. But I get where you're coming from. You know, there might be certain wall jumps or certain movements that will account for that. And I think they will only ever be backups.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't imagine a lot of it would become his first strats, but it would be interesting sort of to see, you know, if anything creative winds up happening on McNeil's side of things with his randomizer background. So far, I'm seeing a lot of clean movement on both sides, though. Nothing too crazy has happened so far.
Yeah, and it's just a Womps fight difference between the two.
Really not too much to speak of, which is a good thing in Womps because, of course, you know, Womps can cause issues. We all know it. We all run the game. And just like that, we've got Aleph coming out of Womps.
Yeah, Aleph splits don't actually have a split until the 13th star. So I can't give anyone any readings based on from what that is. But what I can tell you is for McNeills is currently only running about 7.5 seconds behind their PB at the moment.
Wow. I don't think that I can personally get behind not having a split until like the 13th star. That seems so insane to me.
Well, I suppose if you're categorizing it all, you're putting Womps, everything up until Bowser in one place.
Yeah, that's completely what it would be. I am personally a fan of having a split for every single star. I do individual splits.
You have auto splitter running.
No, not at all. I'm just.
Oh my goodness.
I guess I just must not like myself or something. That's all it is. Ooh, and we miss a red from Aleph. Doing the route, I believe that's a fairly new route that people go for, going to the left instead of the right for the reds. Is that correct?
I wasn't even aware people were doing it differently. So it must be new.
I feel like I've only seen it recently, and I could be completely wrong. It could have been done back in, 2010 for all I know, but I feel like I've only been seeing people actually go for that route fairly recently. I don't know what kind of time save it has, if it actually does save time, or if it's just, preference. I'm not sure.
If anyone in chat has the answers, please let us know.
Feel free to share, divulge.
We're getting a nice Dark World movement here coming from Aleph.
Cleanly making the cycle, no problem.
Yeah, this is very interesting as well, because again, there isn't much between the two runners in the slightest.
No, not. And it's looking like McNeills is having a real nice, clean Dark World as well.
Slight slip up, but yeah, pretty clean.
Yeah, I think overall, I would say even the slip-ups that they did have... Oh, we got a missed Bowser throw from Aleph.
That is all we need to close up that gap just a little bit more.
It's going to be those slip-ups that's really going to make the difference on how close of a match we have. And that, I believe, is around, maybe an 8-second mistake? Maybe a 10-second mistake? And a small bonk from McNeills. But overall, still pretty clean.
All right. There we go. Right, I'll be able to get a bit of an... So the best possible time it's showing for ALF at the moment is a 47.21. Not comparing to PB splits, so can't give you any accurate resonance on that one.
And we've got 2 clean island jumps from both runners. Just a few missing textures for McNeills.
I'm curious to see. I believe both of these runners do a CCM 18.
That would be interesting. I mean, obviously Aleph is doing CCM 18 because he just did
Yes.
slide. But it would be a little shocking if McNeil's did pull out a CCM 17. Pulling out the pro wall kicks though.
And nailing it.
No problem. And as if we have a slight delay, we see Aleph go for the same thing and also nailing it. Possibly
yeah, with
with
slightly
a
better
little...
camera control.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A little bit faster than McNeil's. Subtly, nothing drastic, but definitely something different there. Okay, yeah, so we've got CCM 18 from both runners.
Love a good old CCM 18.
I mean, I think that I've just seen so many, like in these races alone, for this tournament, I've seen so many runners go for CCM 17 and it just come back to completely bite them.
It happens. It does happen.
It seems almost like it happens in a race situation. It seems like it happens more often than not.
As we have said many times in many, many races, in a race, it doesn't matter. Anything could be risky, anything could not be. It will not matter because anything that could go wrong in a race is likely to go wrong in a race.
Absolutely, that is going to happen. That's got to be the expectation.
Yeah. And all it is just a mountain slide difference between the two runners.
I did notice that Aleph got the extra 2 blue coins, so I wonder if he'll be going for the slide skip. I'm thinking... Yep, sure enough. I've never seen anybody use that camera for that trick, though. It seems useful. It seems like it makes it easier to see where everything is, but maybe it's because I've only seen people do it on N64, and that actually causes lag. That's my best guess.
It might be that. It might just be a comfort thing. That's how you learnt it. That's how you're running it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't quite notice, but I'm thinking McNeil's is going for a more traditional penguin race. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. But from the looks of it, also did not get the safety red, which has paid off. And that can always be risky at times, but...
But again,
No
here we
problem
are.
for
The
me.
difference is being slightly behind. The risky strats are gonna sometimes pay off. Like that gave me a heart attack almost.
Nicely done, though, no problem. And the beauty of playing on emulator, you know, you don't have to really fight with any of the lag, so you can just face that camera all the way backwards towards the penguin.
Yep.
No slowdown whatsoever.
Yeah, it's the one thing. Emulator is great because you can go into these stages. The console players will go, "Oh, it's getting laggy," and we're just there, like we're just going to look at that lag right in the face, and it will not. It will avoid us.
Exactly. It's almost like it's a completely different game, and I hear a lot of people say that, but it does seem to be true. It feels like you're playing 2 different games with and without the lag.
The runners here are playing absolutely fantastically so far. A star, just over a star, is the difference between the two runners.
And shockingly enough, we don't have anybody peepo leaving from the chat.
Oh,
Oh
McNeil's!
no! Maybe they should have. That's not what you want to see.
Look, this is how we know that BBH is a scary stage, and you've got to have a strong will.
Oh, the horror.
I hate that it resets the fight as well. Fall off before the end. Ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Ghostbusters.
Okay, now the gap between the two runners has increased, unfortunately. But it could all boil down here to a plus attempt.
Ooh, that angle. Okay.
Nailing it.
I was a little nervous watching that angle, but pulls out a Tomoplest like just a regular day at the office, no problem.
Yeah, regular day at the office.
So now,
Going
in
for
order.
double plus.
Oh wow. So I wonder what star later Aleph will be taking out of the run.
Well, spoiler alert, they do 31 stars when they get to the star door. So it is a star upstairs that they seem to be avoiding.
Interesting.
So we are going to see a variation in the routing.
Yes, this is a bit of a peculiar route just off of that double plus. That definitely goes to show, though, that Aleph is a runner who has a lot of confidence in their ability to do plus. And that's
Yeah,
not an easy trick at all.
No. So if you can double plus, kudos to you. I believe they skip a wet dry world star.
A wet dry world star, really?
So I'm looking at their splits, and it says that upstairs splits is 35 stars. And then they go to 38, and then 40. They do maybe not.
Well, I guess if nothing else, we'll just both be surprised and...
Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay, a little bit of a bonk from Aleph. Oh, and McNeil's going for the shell.
Hey, slow and steady wins the race sometimes. If you're not confident in your plus abilities, you go for it.
Absolutely. I'd stand fairly firmly behind pulling out the shell. If you don't think that you're going to have trouble, or you do think that you're going to have trouble getting plus, yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Wake the shell, wake the pillars.
Got a fun, lethal lava land. I think Aleph is not doing wet dry world 100. Interesting.
That's kind of what I imagined. And I don't know what type of time difference that makes. But, I mean, this has to be something that has been calculated and, you know, a decision that Aleph has made. It'll be interesting. I wonder how fast of just the individual secrets he does. And then, you know, it also makes me wonder if maybe Aleph has more of a background in 120 star.
Maybe. I mean, it might be the case that the time increase from doing secrets with 100s is bigger than just pulling off a successful second plus first try.
Yeah, that's very possible. It's always fun to see these sort of different play styles, the subtle differences, because, you know, for the most part, of course, a lot of runners are going to do most of the same movement to get a lot of these things done. There's very standard routes that we all look up to do our runs. But there's always just these subtle differences where you can see a little bit of somebody's personality and their background in running the game come out in the routing that they choose and some of the strats that they choose to implement.
Checking something quickly.
We got a pretty clean reds from McNeil's. A little bit of a slowdown, but not bad at all.
It is true. Aleph does have the 120 star world record on Virtual Console.
Well, that would explain that. Maybe that's what makes secrets easier to them as far as just doing it by itself without the hundreds.
Two-star difference, soon to be three-star difference. They got
Both
two more
runners-
cleaners. Go on.
I was gonna say both runners just cleaning up LOL here. Nothing too crazy going on at the moment. You were saying?
I was just saying it's crazy to see the difference in the star count now.
I'm
How
not
we're
gonna lie.
see DDD.
I gasped just a little bit watching McNeil's almost roll off of the edge there on that platform. But no problem. I saw him grab his chest a little bit too, like, oh no.
Oh no. I think we're
Oh,
gonna
no.
be safe here. Are we going? No lava boost. I hope
And
to
once
see
again,
some
that's back to the slow and steady. It's a good call if you're not comfortable with lava boost. It can
Decent
lose a
rollout.
lot more time than, you know, what would be preferred in a no reset run.
I didn't do a rollout over the fire. I'm not impressed.
All right, just not impressed. No good. Run it back.
Go back in and do that star again.
The race is over, guys. We need to go back. All right, now we've got McNeil's going into DDD.
Get going back. McNeil's going into DDD. Aleph going for the submarine star.
And once again, getting to see the lovely
Oh,
emulator lag or lack thereof.
yeah. N64 players, you jealous? You wish you could be this. Nice jump and dive out. There we go. Clean.
Nothing to it, easy peasy. And it's uncommon to see any issues on the Manta Star, but on the occasion that it does happen, you know, it can be very painful, but not a problem for Aleph.
A fire sea can make or break a man.
Absolutely, and it's such a tight cycle to make if you want to try and get lava boost and early LEs. It takes such a small mistake that can ruin both of those. So we're gonna hope to see some clean fire seas here, because otherwise it can be detrimental.
I think we've got a clean one. Yeah. No!
Oh no!
Oh no! And
That
just
is
like
such
that,
a rare mistake.
I don't even think he can triple jump. No, completely missed that cycle now.
No, and he knew it as soon as he was going up that ramp right there to get that coin. He started ground pounding. He was memeing. He knew that was the end of that cycle.
Missing this. This 7th red coin has been a pain for a lot of runners over this open tournament.
And of course, with missing the early cycle, Aleph had to take some alternative movement, not getting the cleanest ending.
Yep. And now
see,
it's just Fire Sea Reds. That's the difference between two runners.
Absolutely, and we'll see if McNeil's pulls back any of that time that Aleph just lost. This could close the gap just a little. Or more than a little, honestly, because I believe the difference of that cycle, well, at this point, he hasn't gotten early or lava boost.
No, but, he
But the
might
difference
still
of
be
that
able to.
cycle, I want to say, is like 15 seconds or something.
It's crazy.
But yeah, it's not looking like we've got an
Oh!
early.
Oh! I'm getting this coin, but not the ledge. Sorry, I got a bit overexcited there.
No, that's absolutely encouraged. Get excited. It's a good match. It's a good tournament. And just in the same way, a little bit of early stage jitters causes the late stage to be a little bit wonky as well.
Right, here we are. Aleph going into Wet Dry World already with 35 stars. Nice jump kick there. Going for the triple jump. There it is.
Nails it cleanly.
And a decent long jump angle as well.
No problem. Ooh, and we have
Oh!
a missed Bowser throw from McNeills. No good.
Yes. Come on, McNeills, you got this. Going for the second jump. Didn't quite connect on that one.
But for that angle, that miss really did not cost much time at all.
Mm-hmm.
So
correct.
that could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a trip to the drink.
Exactly. So unfortunately, we've got McNeil's not able to close the gap. That Bowser throw is, of course, it's got to be the most damaging Bowser throw. If not, you know, it's in one of the top ones, because any of those Bowser throws on the last Bowser can also cost a lot of time. But when you have to wait for the entire level to tilt and then come back up in the second Bowser,
Yeah.
it's very damaging. It's demoralizing.
And yep, Aleph leaves on 38 and does 4 stars here in THI.
Interesting, going into the huge side of Tiny Huge Island.
You know, I only learned about some point at the beginning of December that there were different entrances to that stage.
Really? That
Yep.
is interesting.
It does reds. THI reds. Gets the dive out there as well. You don't normally see THI reds in a 70 star. So for those of you that have only ever seen a regular 70 star route, enjoy it.
This also begs the question, though. Whenever Aleph is running 120 star, does he go for Koopa plus 100 coins?
I'd assume
Because it-
so.
Yeah, it's very uncommon that you see Reds in THI by themselves in general.
Oh, almost getting a nice speed boost there. Unfortunately, missing out. Clean clip though.
And not seeing too many major mistakes from either runner for a little while here. For a few stars, I should say. That also depends on if you define that Bowser throw as a major mistake.
I would. The time lost there, that's probably the last major mistake we've seen.
Yeah.
Well, using the wall to secure the triple jump up the ramp, that's quite clever.
Nice mountain clip.
Mm-hmm.
Moving fast to that box on the top of the mountain. And a
clean
little bit
cage.
more comfy. Just slightly more comfy on the cage strats than we saw with Aleph, but not bad at all. At this point, it's looking like we won't be seeing them meet in Tiny Huge Island.
No, they're just going to miss out on that one.
They'll be crossing paths in the hallway, it looks like.
Yeah, they'll be giving each other a high five as they run past each other.
Or not.
Oh, what's that? No. I was a little bit worried that
Both
McNeil's went in a
commentators
little
not
bit
paying
too high.
I
was paying attention.
Oh, okay.
I was worried that it was a little bit too high and getting into Wet Dry World for the last star, but he wasn't.
What we just have to understand is that McNeil's is the one with the shades. He knows what he's doing. I personally am not wearing shades, so I don't know anything.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't wear shades, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure if we dust off the old rule book, I'm sure there's something about getting time off if you're wearing shades, right?
It's somewhere written down on paper.
I think it's on an old napkin somewhere.
Yeah, I think we'll need to look that up.
Oh, almost
Saved by the fire.
And then cursed by the fire.
A little of both. It looked like when he got burned, he was sliding backward, so there was every chance that could have been a slide off of the mountain and cost a lot more than just the fire.
Yeah, I think if the reaction time had been a little bit more, if he'd just managed to just keep jumping that mountain, as soon as the burn runs out and there's a dive out, would have been able to recover there.
And we have a quick splice from McNeil's. You love to see it. And is it just me, or has Aleph's screen gone all pixely?
It's gone pixely a little bit.
Both
Don't worry
screens.
about it though. Stay on the line, runners. The stream is still running. All right, good mounting clip there from McNeil's. And again, we're going to have it where McNeil's will be leaving THI, and I think Aleph will be conveniently very much out of there. Good rollout. Oh, this entry is painful. Yep.
So how many mistakes have we actually seen from Aleph?
2.
Because I know
Big
Aleph
ones.
has yeah, he's missed the cycle, the early Ellies, and Fire Sea.
Yep.
And then what else?
Oh, I think now. They put me on the spot. Maybe it is just one.
It might be. The point is, it looks like Aleph is on an outstanding run.
Hey, there's a difference, Hat Boy. We don't normally see A-list runs, whereas you have quite a bit of experience watching the runs. So to our eyes, we haven't seen any. When we're saying mistakes, we're talking mistakes that we would class as mistakes that would cost quite a bit of time.
Yeah, not like that, missed wall kick right there. That was, minuscule at best. But looking at something that costs, maybe greater than 10 seconds would be a good
Missing a blue coin in one Fortress 100.
indicator.
That
of a
was
big
it.
mistake.
That was the other one. But then again, that didn't really cost that much time. There was a backup for it.
That is a good point, though. I had forgotten that. WF is Womp's Fortress. That's the second or third level if you count the side as a level. No problem. We got a nice clean waterfall, which of course can always go badly with just, a slightly wrong angle can kind of make things weird for that star. And then of course a firstie, which you never want to get. if you're going for both of the wall kicks in that strat.
Here we go.
I do have to say, with the red coins here in Tall Tall Mountain, when I first started, these things absolutely terrified me. Like, I thought they
Yeah.
were going to be a much bigger problem than they actually are, and it turns out they're actually not as dangerous as they look.
Missing a red in WC. Oh, yeah, wing cap. That was it.
Yeah,
And the Dark
I
World
figured
throw.
that.
Okay, yeah, actually, they do add up. Valadin, in answer to that, there's no recorded SRC time for 70-star emulator, but if you look at their profile, you'll see they've got 70-star for N64 and VC. Remember, not all runners upload all of their runs.
No, and that's understandable, because to upload runs to speedrun.com, it can sometimes be a little bit tedious.
Yeah, if you look at the profile, you'll see the 120 star 70, 45, 90, 31. All of those are run by Aleph, or have been at the time. Let's go. McNeil's giving that wonderful, wonderful signal that's a gold.
You'll love to
Gold
see it in a
ETF.
race. Nicely done, McNeil's.
Mhm.
And we have already seen a clean triple jump, or triple box jump from Aleph. Christmas Miracle incoming. Just a few days too late, but you know, we still take them.
No, we're bringing Christmas back. Christmas
Oh,
round
right.
2.
I love it. I'm back in the spirit. We got a clean one. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, no matter how this race goes, I'm rooting for a McNeil's PB.
I think we're always rooting for a PB in these races, because at that point you're just a winner in the hearts of everybody watching.
And as we've been reminded, everyone, we have the 70-star Pro League. Those in the S divisions have a chance to enter the Pro League. That'll be happening after the Open has finished. And there is a prize pool associated to it. And if you want to help support your runners and support CCG as a whole, you can donate directly to the prize pool of that event by using the link that Seren has just posted in the chat. It's simple, it's easy to do, and all of the money that goes in there gets associated towards the prize pool for the runners. I think we're currently over I think we're at 312? Or we're at 321. I always get my 2s and 1s mixed up. 322 at the moment. And that's a prize pool for that on there. So if you want to support the SM64 speedrun events hosted by CCG, that's the place to do it.
And of course, make sure to follow these lovely runners.
And also, if you want to check us out, we're here too.
Yeah, definitely follow the Mr. Wah. I don't recommend following me because I stream basically never, but if you want to.
Yeah, and I go about, I think I do 360 days a year, so.
I think I do about 360 seconds a year.
McNeil's is having some issues with the rabbit.
And it
Getting
looks
there
like
again.
Elmer Fudd has entered the race, can't catch the rabbit. But winds up getting him in the end, cornering him.
Bad Bunny. Yeah, Bad Bunny, as we have Aleph in Rainbow Ride already. Both runners, I believe, are opting for TTC 100s as well.
Keeping things interesting. TTC 100.
And a nice bounce. And connecting on the pole there. Absolutely love it.
There was a part of me that was wondering if we was gonna see Assless pulled out, but that would have been shocking.
Oh, nice triple box jump there, connecting into the island. Not quite having the right angle, but not a problem there from McNeil's.
Yeah, not taking a dip, and that's what really counts in that. Not a big issue.
Tricky triangles, and again makes it look easy.
Oh man, I love the movement of tricky triangles so much. It looks so clean when it's done right.
Yeah, the boulders aren't going to cause any issues for McNeil's here. Hey, nice. Oh, but having a bad jump up, it's okay though. I believe this is the last star. Is McNeil's on the PB pace? I know
Yeah,
you can hear
good
me,
question.
but I'm going to say technically yes. What does Jordan Tyler do 360 times a year? I don't know. What do you do 360 times a year?
Oh man, not stream. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Nab Noob was meant to be speaking about me then.
Yeah, possibly.
But yes. Right, one more star from McNeil's in HMC. And whoa, what it, okay. PB would be very epic, yes. TTC 70? Yeah, it has the splits as TTC 70. Oh, didn't do... Wait, did Aleph get the Toad Star first?
I'm not completely sure, but if so, I support it because I personally do like getting the Toad Star first.
Isn't it easier to not, though? Toad Star late is easier because it is easier for you to get into TTC stopped.
That may be the case. I'm actually not sure what the benefit to one versus the other is. I just know I have an easier time. Since I'm already passing Toad, I just feel weird like
So
going
if
straight
you
into TTC.
so if you go straight from Rainbow Ride to TTC and your cast movement's there, you are pretty much there on time stopped as you get to the clock. That's the benefit.
Interesting. Feels like with the correct movement, you can usually talk to Toad, and then as long as you really kind of haul it to get to the clock, you can still get in there with time stop. But I might be making like a slower cycle for it, and that is no good. We see just slightly too slow coming from McNeil's, misses the wall kick, falls all the way down. You hate to see it.
That's right. Sloths Yo and Halves J is on my side here for it. What is this movement? That is crazy. I don't remember the last time I've ever seen that star done moving from Aleph.
Absolutely spicy. And a slight meltdown coming out for McNeil's at the moment. But let's see, can he clean it up? All right, we're moving past it. Forget about it. None of that ever happened.
Okay, 3 stars left to go in Rainbow Ride, and 3 stars left to go for Aleph. There we go, guys. I want to see anyone that approves of the TTC 69. I like the message that you guys are putting in, so I'm there. Nice tricky triangles. So technically, and I'm going to speak technically here, it's still possible for a PB. It's just going to be very tight.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the numbers right now, but that would have to be absolutely perfect gameplay for the rest of this, would be my guess.
Hey, Okay, 1 star left for Aleph. I feel like every now and again, McNeil's just stops and stares into our souls. And you just can't see the eyes because of the sunglasses.
If there's one thing that McNeil's is definitely not short of at this point, it is swag. He's got the presence.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta respect that.
Oh! Unfortunate there.
Oh,
All right, Aleph is going in to Sky. Yep.
we've got a reversion to beginner strats. But nothing wrong with that. Good backup on the cruiser.
Go back on the cruiser. So unfortunately, chat, for McNeil's to PB, they're going to need to gold by over 10 seconds over these next 2 splits.
And we've got a... Oh, I thought it was going to be a moving left coming in
No,
from Aleph.
not quite.
But standing left, absolutely nothing to scoff at. And we are into the final throws. 3 throws away from victory on Aleph's side.
Okay, we've got 1.
A little bit of a bonk on that miss re-grab. But a
2.
second clean throw. Let's do it. Will we see 3?
And we will see 3.
That's 3. GG's, Aleph. And only about a minute off of PB.
Yeah.
Almost down to a second. Like, 1 minute and 3 seconds off of PB.
Which, do you know what? I have to say, that is absolutely insane.
That is nutty for a race setting to only be within a minute of your PB.
Yeah. Especially at this level. Like, when we look at some of the lower brackets, it's understandable to see that because there's a lot of PB potential going there. But especially when you're seeing a runner in their 40s, it makes a big difference.
Ooh, and we got an invisible wall from McNeil's.
Unfortunate, but it does happen. 6 stars left for McNeil's.
Here's to hoping that he does finish out his run, though.
Because
Because you always love to see it. The sportsmanship, just finishing it out. You know, seeing what that final time is. It's for the people.
How many invisible walls are there in TTC? We haven't been able to count them because no one's able to see them.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
There's definitely enough, but also more than you want. That's how many there are.
Well, 1 is more than I'd like.
Case in point. There's at least 1.
Okay, so we have, I think, 3 more stars. Because I don't believe McNeil's got Toad Star. McNeil's, if you can hear me, you can nod or shake your head if you've got Toad Star. That'd be great. No, okay, hasn't got Toad Star. Alright, cool. So 2 more stars here. Let's go.
I mean, despite everything, it looks like we've still got a pretty good run coming out for McNeil's.
Well, considering the 2 stars that are left and the amount of time it takes to get them, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to curse anything. But
I didn't even hear that you was about to say anything.
oh, Oh, I wasn't about to say anything.
Nothing. Yeah.
We do have Aleph undeafened at the moment. So, Aleph, if you're here, whilst we're watching this run play out, how did you feel about that run? If you're available to talk.
I'm available. So I think the run has to be fluent, you know?
Mhm.
And I was basically in the zone, and that's why the run went very, very well. And I'm really happy with the outcome. And especially since I mean my worms was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't perfect. I needed to do worms 100 twice, so start over again. But nonetheless, it was not a bad worms, and so I wasn't mad. And yeah, there was no death in Dark World, so yeah, as I said, I was just in the zone.
You love to see it. And yeah, you played absolutely fantastically. I do have
Thank
some
you.
questions about your routing, though.
Yes.
So, what is with your routing?
Yeah, I don't like Wet Dry World 100 because of all the RNG. Also, I think I'm not really fast at this star. I mean, I could do it, but I don't like it. I don't like the movement, and it's also one of the slowest stars in 70 stars.
Okay.
And so I decided long ago that I cut the star out and do double pillarless. The CCM 18, so the Penguin race, and THI Reds. Because
So-
all of that are stars which are basically around 30 plus seconds. So all of them are pretty viable.
Yeah, because we were definitely looking at it, and so I suppose if you have to estimate, what would you say your pillarless success rate is?
My pillarless success rate for the first one it's pretty high. For the second one it's not. And when I see, for example, when I see Luna Jump right now, it's the same for him. The first one is pretty easy, and the second one is way harder, and it doesn't make any sense, but that's how the game works. I'd say for the first one, it's around 70 to 80%. For the second one, it's more rather 60%, 50 maybe. So it's not that great even.
It's just shocking that even with that, knowing that you're still doing it in a race. That's absolutely amazing. Yeah, I mean, kudos to you. Obviously, you won on this one. We're just seeing McNeil's finishing up with the throws now. Unfortunately, not going to be getting the PB in the race, but it's still a very spicy run. So
Yeah, he was on a good pace till I think till Rainbow Ride. Am I right?
yeah.
That
So
sounds correct, yeah.
sounds about correct. I mean, to be fair, for the whole of, I guess up until the end of Wet Dry World, or the middle of Wet Dry World, he was on your back.
I know.
Like, it was shocking.
Yeah, and at this point too, we've got McNeil's finishing up with, a low 55. Both runners here finishing up within a minute of their PBs. That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
GG's to McNeil.
Speaking of McNeil's, how you doing, buddy?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Alright. Oh my god. That was such an emotional roller coaster, that run. I'm like, wow, this is actually PB pace. Oh, I just completely destroyed it in my Rainbow Ride. Oh, I golded my TTC by 20 seconds. Oh, I fell in bits. So it's just great.
I mean, so I have a question because I'm looking at your splits now and it says TTC 70. So do you just
I just
split
haven't
at
updated it.
69?
It
Okay.
should be 69, yeah. I actually recently started doing those initial, that wall jump flip that you do to get up at the beginning of TTC. I just incorporated that, and I actually haven't got a gold in which I hit all three of them. And then in the PB, I hit all three, so that's why my gold's so big.
All right. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. If I'm correct, this is S, so we have a losers bracket, I believe.
Yeah.
Am I correct? Yes, we do. So either way, this isn't going to be your final match with us. So
Yeah.
you'll have a chance to show off even more skills and another chance to PB in a race because you had me on the edge of my seat, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get a PB in a race. I'll be honest with y'all, I did not expect at all to win that race, and I'm actually decently impressed with myself for actually not being as far behind as I thought I would be against, like, this great competitor. So
Yeah,
know,
it's one of those things because you would have had to have PB'd by 6 minutes just to even win this race. So
never say never. Never say never.
never say never. No, but obviously you have your next race on Tuesday. I believe you're in part of our randomizer league.
That one, I also have my work cut out for me in that one because I gotta win my race. Then I'm going against the guys who actually put me in the losers bracket, so I gotta beat actually her. I gotta beat her, and then if I win that, I go to grand finals in which I gotta win twice in a row. So bit of a journey I gotta take on to win that tournament, but I'm still in it. So
Yeah. Well, good luck to you. Aleph, obviously you're going through to the next round, so good luck with that. We wish you the best of luck. And I look forward to seeing more from you. McNeils, we'll check you out on Tuesday and whenever your next matchup for this will be. But before that, just to let everyone know, if you think it's all over, it isn't. We still have another match coming up. We've got Airbrush 45 against Slofsio as part of the 70 Star Open. So more Mario content coming afterwards. Jordan, have you got anything else you want to say?
I just want to say GG to both runners. You guys, above everything else, you put on a show, and it was an absolute pleasure to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
thank you guys so much.
No, thank you. And final words as well. Don't forget, you contribute to the 70 Star League, Pro League, which will be coming up after the Open by using the link in the chat when it decides to work. There it is. And make sure you check out that link as well. Jordan, it's been an absolute pleasure to come with you. I hope we get to do it again.
Same to you.
And
Always a pleasure.
always a pleasure. And enjoy the next races, everyone in chat. See you later.